Hello, welcome to another English Sparkling with Tweedy video. Just lit the barbecue, first barbecue of the year, can you believe it? We're already well into July. It's a strange thing, isn't it, that it's boiling hot outside and you think, I know what we'll do, we'll light a fire. You'd think this should be a winter thing, really. Today, a producer that is well known in England that I don't think I've ever featured before. This is Camel Valley from Cornwall. This is their rosé. I picked this up from the John Lewis food hall. Same thing as buying from Waitrose. I assume some branches of Waitrose sell this as well. It's also on Waitrose cellar. It's quite a while since I've had anything from Camel Valley. I remember last time I tried it being a little bit lukewarm, but I think this may actually be the first English sparkling I ever had. 15 years ago, something like that, on a holiday in Cornwall. I just, as people often do, you try the local wine. I think at that time at least I was quite impressed. So I think this hasn't this famously been served to visiting dignitaries by members of the royal family and so on? So anyway, enough babble. Doesn't have a vintage statement on it or anything like that. Does it say anything useful? I assume it's mostly Pinot Noir, or perhaps even entirely Pinot Noir, but I don't know. I think Camel Valley, at one time, they were growing all their grapes, as you would hope, in Cornwall. They still do some of their grape growing there. The wine is made there. But I think they actually do buy in grapes from other parts of the country, or at least they were doing that at some point. If you're particularly keen on the idea of having an entirely Cornish-grown wine, I think there are some other producers there that do entirely source all their grapes from within the county. Quite a pale rosé there, isn't it? Not complaining. Reasonable stream of bubbles, the mousse dissipated now. First nose there. Faint, little bit of a fruit bowl though. I think I got a hint of stone fruit, possibly something peachy. That's probably a bit of berry fruit, probably a bit of orchard fruit, bit of a mix, but it's all relatively subtle. Perhaps that needs a bit of livening up. A little bit more defined there, but veering actually now a bit citrus. Definitely a fruit bowl there. I've had at least flashes of peach, of lemon, maybe even apple, maybe red berry fruit. So pretty much everything. All fruits that you would reasonably expect to find in an English sparkling, but all in quite small quantities. Nothing is particularly intense about that. First sip there. I would say this, can you see the smoke from the barbecue? I would say this is a little bit more acidic than I remember it. Nice flash of zing there to begin with, and some interesting bitter notes, actually, slight bitterness. Reminds me of stone fruit kind of bitterness, peachy kind of bitterness. I quite like that, that's nice. Those things aside, it's not incredibly fruity on the palate. It's yeah, I'm getting zing and I'm getting bitterness, but not a huge sensation of fruit. Tangy, quite dry, quite tangy. I think tangy is the word rather than zingy. Little sort of bitter flashes. Not unpleasant, but the fruit perhaps a little bit shy there. But what fruit there is, I would say more stone fruit, a bit more peach. Yeah, that's all right. It's sort of tangy peach. I think it's my overall summary of that. Not getting a lot of autolytic character on the nose at all. Not much in terms of biscuits, baked products. Yeah, not much in the kind of brioche steaks. Does it have any official tasting notes on the back? No, not really. So, yeah, I would say it's all right. Would like a bit more fruit expression and a bit more secondary, tertiary notes maybe. But yeah, if you want a dry, tangy, slightly peachy kind of English sparkling rosé, then that could be for you. I'm going to go and tend to my barbecue now. Cheers.